You put Tommy Davidson on your Mount Rushmore comedians.
Uh-huh.
So Patrice O'Neal, Dave Chappelle, and Bill Burr are the other three.
Yes.
Listen, I've interviewed Tommy Davidson. I think he's brilliant.
Listen, what solidifies that to me is the bit he did on our Shaq's All-Star Comedy Jam about Spanish TV, and then his bit about square dancing. That solidifies it to me. I mean, when you look at those two bits, the animation, the physicality, how just funny it is, the ability to speak Spanish, when he does the square dancing, playing the different instruments, all while in rhythm, and Tommy's a monster, man. He's one of those. He's one of the comedians who I felt like never really got his just due. He should have been. He should be bigger than what he is.
I agree.
Hands down.
I agree. Because, your Mount Rushmore is Tommy, Patrice, Dave, and Bill Burr. But you have the Mount Olympus with Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
So those are just above.
Those are the gods. Those are the titans.
That's a good list.
They're the ones that look down on us.
What's the name of the white guy who passed away a few years ago?
George Carlin?
George Carlin. Yeah. I'll put him on my my top list, my Mount Rushmore.
That's fair.
Yeah. George Carlin was just brilliant. Brilliant and so different in his approach to comedy.
Yeah.
Like using intelligence to tell the stories and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I just sometimes felt like Carlin was felt like more of like lectures than stand-up.
Yeah. It's almost like a professor.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think the goal has always got to be about making them laugh. But that's, of course, that's where subjective comes in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of comedians, you said you stopped doing Denzel impressions because a comedian named C. King just does it better than you?
C. King does it better than all of us.
Let me pull this up. I don't think I've ever
Come on, man. C. King is the dude. Reggie Reg, Dean Edwards, myself, Godfrey, Jay Farrow, we all have done Denzel, but C. King is the undisputed champion.
Hello? You thought you reached me. Unfortunately, I'm unable to take your call, but if you leave your name, your number, and a brief message, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I guarantee it. I stand by it. That means don't call this number no more. That means the next time we would have spoken would have been because I reached out to you and not the other way around. You understand what I'm telling you? Don't call this number no more. Huh? You understand me? Huh? Don't call this number no more. I'll leave a message after the beep.
And he's doing the little finger thing the whole time. Like,
I always say, man, impressions is about notes. If you're a singer, you got to be on key. He's so on key. Like even when he brings it down, all right, everything that he's got that. All right, everything that it's perfection.
well,
That's like when I was like when I did the Fat Joe and Jada pod, and they put me on the spot and said, you got a Jada. I'd never really done Jada, and it wasn't great. But then when I left and I went, yo, when Jada talk, you gotta get the, whatever the note is, you gotta get the note. Now I got it.
what about Fat Joe?
Can I do Fat Joe?
Yes.
No, not at all.
No?
No.
You tried.
I just gotta tell an exaggerated story. But yeah, I mean, C. King is in pocket.
Yeah.
It's scary how in pocket he is.
Well, I posted that I was having this interview on the forum on my YouTube channel, and one of the people responded, 609 Tales, said, ask Aries to do a Puerto Rican impression. He's a New York comic, so he should have a solid PR voice.
Man, listen, all I ever say when I imitate a Hispanic person is, do you want to play baseball for the Yankees? That's it.
For the Yankees?
For the Yankees. I'm going to play baseball for the New York Yankees, man.
Well, another person commented, PGS Baby, he said, who's the one celebrity you've never impersonated but always wanted to?
I've never impersonated. The one celebrity who I wish I could impersonate well that I never could was Obama. you know,
Mm.
to have the first and only black president, and I can't do the due diligence by having an awesome impression. Like, I know his cadence. You know, my daughter, Sasha Malek. I know the cadence.
Yeah, the
No, I didn't
cadence
do
is
the
right,
voice.
but the voice is not
no,
right.
the voice
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not right. The
yeah.
voice is not there.
So you tried and you just realized
It's
you
not
can't
there.
do it.
It's just not there.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Tracy Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to say, this one time when I used to film on the Ed Lover show, and Tracy was there. He was one of the funniest people I've ever been around. Off camera, on camera, it was just
Off camera,
always-
definitely.
Yeah, always
Off
just
camera,
funny.
definitely. Like, he's comedically,
Yeah,
he's a little, I don't know what the right word is. He's wild. And his thought process and some of the things he says that isn't necessarily for me. Like, I remember one time I saw a clip when he was talking about eating elephant booty. You gonna eat an elephant booty, you gotta get in there and eat the elephant booty. And I'm like, come on.
that was funny though.
He talking about eating the ass out of an elephant. I'm just like, okay, dude. But
That was funny though. Like, I'm laughing right now. You don't think that was funny? That was
okay.
That was funny.
But
who would think of some shit like that?
But here's
Pun
like
intended.
I did a show with him in Rochester.
Okay.
One time, and it was me and him, and I hung out with him. We were hanging out before the show, and we both rode together to the radio station to go do some press. And Tracy could be in the middle of listening to you, and you talking to him, and out of nowhere he'll just say wild shit like, "Yo, I'm gonna wait till my daughter turn 18. That way I can show her how to put a condom on."
What? What? Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know what to make of that.
Exactly.
I'm still trying to get my head around that.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it
I'm
yet.
gonna wait till my daughter turn 18 so I can show her how to put a condom on.
Pretty good impression, by the way.
No, it's not. You know who does the best Tracy Morgan I've ever heard? Dean Edwards.
Okay.
Dean captures that motherfucker.